Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
Hey!
Oh, give me more of that song, am I right? Where we
Exactly.
going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. What are you drinking tonight, Nance? What's on tap?
Water. I drank
Oh,
some wine
cheers.
earlier. Cheers.
Cheers to water.
Yep.
Uh,
Hello, everyone. Hello, Sanchez, Raven
wow.
Crow, Cammy, David Wilson. Everybody's in there. David
Wow,
Wilson,
thank you everyone for showing up. That is beyond huge to have everybody come here and hang out. Super
Exactly.
awesome. Cab for me. Oh, Cabernet. Well, cheers to you. I hope everyone had a fantastic St. Patrick's Day this weekend. And oh, Bruce Campbell coming in hot. Thank you, sir, for dropping on by. This is Cloud&Console. Episode 75. And we're
Hey.
getting into it March 23rd here. So, welcome to Cloud&Console, the podcast that deep dives into the world of gaming. And you know what it's about. We're two Canadians. It's Nads and I. And we're going to get into some gaming and chit chatting. We got some information about Starfield. We got information about more PlayStation stuff going on. There's always Nintendo we like to talk about, the whole world and shebang. So, like we always like to do, let's start off with what we've been playing this week. I know we've both been into the Destiny 2, getting back into it. The old fire team's back together, and it's been epic.
Yes.
So yeah, what have you been playing too? How's Destiny 2 been treating you?
Well, yeah, play a lot of Destiny 2, just getting up into the ranking, just try to get up into my light level also. I think my Titan is getting close to be 18 and 10. Just
Nice.
yeah, I think it's 18. Let me see, 1805 right now. So I'm halfway there. My Warlock is 1805. I still haven't done anything. My Hunter, I still need to do the story and everything. So I'm just waiting. I'm not in a hurry or anything, right? So yeah, I've just been doing that. That's pretty much this. Like, been grinding. Try to hit like those pinnacle, try to work on those ranking, increasing the ranking, and now at the point where I need to do activity with others to increase my ranking. And also I've been like working on Triumph, you know me. Since the raid was complete, there's been those what what they call it.
The green bulls, the collectibles.
Yeah. So in New Muna, there's been like floating a little bit everywhere. So
Oh, those oracle beams. Yeah, the
yeah,
darkness crystals.
yeah, they kind of like they have a name for it. But anyway, they're collectible. They float in the air. They like green. There's a green glow of it. If you collect them, you get some strand. What do you call it? Strand currency to buy like your the strand artifact, not artifact, but strand aspect and so on and so forth. So like I went around and collect them all. I find most of them all by myself. In the last few one, it was kind of ridiculous because I look it up, like, oh, it's right there. Oh yeah, I see it now. Like it's just like in plain sight. It's just sometimes when you look around, you don't actually look in those area. But yeah, I've been collecting those, and then I've done a lot of new Muna activity, try to grind for those reputation to get the red border. It's been difficult, but I'm gonna mention some tip when I get into more into Destiny. Other than that, I played some Monster Hunter Rise. That was
Ooh,
quite
yeah.
interesting. Try it out. It runs super well on GFN. I don't have any issue with it. The gameplay, I'm like, I don't know. Like I needed to get used to it, and then N7 came and joined me and showed me how to play that game. And he showed me like, oh, you go to this location, you can practice your fighting skill. And at first I was on mouse and keyboard. It didn't work that well actually. And as soon as I pick up the controller, I was like, oh wow, it's way easier. It's one of those games. It's like better on controller. I found.
All games.
Well, I like Destiny on mouse and keyboard. I think
No.
it's just a controller. Like yes, it's more limited on what you can do on in your end. Where mouse and keyboard you have like more customization. I found, but like the controller for Monster Hunter, like if you remember, Monster Hunter was mainly released on Nintendo platforms, so it's always been a
Yeah.
controller game. So having it on PC now or having it on other platform, if you play mouse and keyboard, doesn't work as well, right? And I'm pretty sure there's a way to make it work, but I found when I pick up the controller, way better, way better. It was quite interesting. So
Yeah, I
uh,
saw you were like, what's a spirit swing? And what is this button it's telling me to press that doesn't
it,
even exist on my
it
mouse?
Yeah, exactly. It was telling me like press the mouse 4 button or something like that. Look, I have like 6 button here, and then I can change it to up to 10. So I'm like, it's thinking that I have a basic mouse that has 2 button on the side or something. So I was like, I don't freaking know. So I had to go play in my settings. It was a pain in the ass keep it real. So that's why I was like, I took the Stadia controller, plug it in, play. It was quick and dirty. I didn't have any more issue, and I played a little bit with N7. The overall gameplay is fine. It's just like I feel like it's an older game that they put into all the platform. Graphically, it's not fully appeasing, even though you max out all the graphic. But overall, it's like a fun gameplay. I found like the multiplayer, like you can go play online or you can just do everything solo. So if you play online, random people can join you in your adventure, or you can invite just friends or stuff like that. So it's pretty good. I think it's made like so like you can be like multiple people. I think it's like more open friendly, like it's like if I decide to go do a raid on Destiny 2 and I just like open it up and I just join the raid and random people join, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
but you don't necessarily need to communicate with people in that game. That's the thing. So, but it was quite interesting, a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm gonna get back into it, but it was interesting to just play along. There's just so much into the game. Like there's so much to do. It's like
Yeah. And
I
it's
show
nice that
up
you had N7 to guide you
and
alongside there. Because
that's just
that
it.
helps.
That's just it. Because like if N7 wasn't there to help me out at first, I didn't really understand what was happening. I was like going in the place, and I was like beating a monster, and the monster would run away, and I'm like, what the hell? And then like I'm like
Yeah.
chasing it off, and then there's like another monster, but apparently you need to keep chasing it off. His health is still going down. You just don't know what his health is. So, and then he's like, oh, you need to resharp your weapon. I didn't know that. Like it become dull. Like there's so many gauge. So like there's a lot of stuff that's not being explained. Where there's other stuff that's being explained. Like, oh, this is how you get a quest. I'm like, okay, yeah, like just give me a exclamation mark above a character, an NPC, and I will know that. But like, you don't need to explain in detail in the tutorial how to get a quest, right? So there's like a
Yeah.
lot of explanation that didn't need to be there, but there's other that they should have been there. But they were like, oh, just read the tutorial, like just open the menu and read everything. So it's like, oh, okay, enough reading.
Yeah.
But that was my experience with Monster Hunter. Overall, it's a great game. But like I think I'm busy enough with Destiny 2. I don't think I can get back into it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly. Well, that's cool. Myself, I've been into The Last of Us. I started up Left Behind, I believe the DLC is called. So I was able to start the story there, meet up with Ellie's friend, sort of place me back into the story, sort of midway to where I was going.
Mhm.
So I'll be finishing off the rest of that this week and looking into The Last of Us Part 2 to continue this story I've really been enjoying and having a lot of fun with. Will be now being able to sit with Hannah because she's been saying she'll even watch The Last of Us on HBO with me. So I got to sit down, but I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it at nighttime. That's my problem
Why?
because it's too close to bedtime. All right, I don't want to get
Uh,
nightmares.
it's not actually too bad. Like the show is very good. I've watched it. I think I'm the last episode is episode 9. I'm still yet to watch it, but it's quite interesting the direction it's going. I feel like like you mentioned and other people mentioned, is very close to the game. So there's like kind of a episode is just one story and then like it's moving on type of thing, I feel like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if eventually you're gonna meet other character that they're gonna be staying around or something, because I feel so far most of the character are like just for this episode, if that makes sense. So
Hey, Ravencrow, thanks for stopping on by. Bliss, I would say Nads is very much a PC player right
yeah,
now. Would you
proof
not?
right there.
Yeah. His logo, sorry. Oh, I wish I had your logo on uploaded as a graphic or overlay.
Give me a sec, I'll upload it there.
Is literally a mouse and keyboard, is it not?
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of one of them is like a symbol of that, but yeah. And I'm more of the console controller player.
There you go, there's my logo on the top right,
Yeah,
you can see it.
yeah. See with the mouse right on there.
I'm a mouse and controller, mouse keyboard controller. I do both. I'm like hybrid, you know?
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, exactly.
So after that, I got into some Fortnite on family game night, as I always like
Yeah,
to do with the triplets. I actually got to hang out with my brother today, which was pretty cool. He texted me, just
nice.
said he needed to get out of the house, so we hung out for the afternoon. So that was nice to do.
That's pretty
After
cool.
we were done doing the dungeon, actually, in
Yes, yes.
Duality, we ran that through, two-manned it, and we
Yeah.
two-phased it. Oh, that was actually some good DPS we were putting out there.
And guess
So
what? It wasn't
yeah.
bug.
No bugs.
That's
No
crazy.
bugs.
So now I
Oh,
can go
you,
back and
me, and
farm.
Bliss had
Yeah.
the worst experience when we kept getting to like the final and then it just killed, dead, wiped for no reason.
No, because like the bell get it, or like I don't know. There was like some issue with the bell, and then yeah, it's terrible. But now they fixed most of it, I think, so we should be
Yeah.
good until they do another patch and it just like bug it out or something.
We have also I got into actually watching Maker and David Wilson playing some Elden Ring and
Oh, nice.
facing off against Melania inspired me to get back into my Elden Ring journey, and you'll see a little bit more of that. I faced off against this dragon who's kind of been stopping me from progressing, and I took him down. So it was a lot of fun there. And wow, okay, let's pop into, and then Destiny 2, like I said, but let's pop
Yeah.
into what's been going on with Destiny 2 more in depth in sort of Nad's highlights here.
Yes, exactly. So some Destiny to highlight. So Zur is on EDZ. If you quickly have a look at N7, he makes like a short every week about it. But like just to keep it short here, all armor he sell are very bad. They're like in the 50s. They're terrible. It sucks, but anyway.
I saw that.
Some exotic that he's selling. He's selling the Lord of Wolves, a shotgun that's basically was destroying PvP that they nerfed it so bad. I don't know how good it is. Other than that, there's a Lucky Raspberry, which is armor piece for the Hunter with a 68 roll, a very good roll. Other than that, for the Titan, there's a Crest of Alpha Lupi, 64 roll, pretty decent if you don't have one yet, and a Geo Mag Stabilizer with a 67 roll for the Warlock, which is like pretty good. Hopefully they can bring it back to its glory, because I think the Geo Mag is not as great anymore. But yeah, that's what we have there. Other than that, TWAB went over the TWAB on Thursday, but some quick highlight. We got the hotfix 7.0.0.5, which fixed a lot of strand issue that we had, strand aspect and weapon, and there's more out to it. And within the TWAB, we had the art video from the developer, how they came up with Lightfall, with like drawing and stuff like that. Very good video to watch. There's talk about trials. That was this weekend trials, and then Iron Banner is starting on Tuesday. And the reason why they switch it like this, I'll show you a clip later. That's the reason why it was like this. They did the hot fix, which fixed some of those bugs for PvP. And also there's mention about the winner of the day one raid of Roots of the Nightmare, with like there's also an interview separated from the TWAB that you can look. So if you're interested to go in more detail about the TWAB, just look up my video on Thursday, and every Thursday I'll be doing the TWAB. Other than that, some tip about New Moon. So New Moon has a grind to back of behind it just to get the freaking red border. Okay, so to get the red border, you can only get it from what's his name, Nimbus, by getting reputation. As you get reputation, you can get the one of the engram from him, and there's a chance for a red border. So that's one of the way, most of the way you're gonna be working on. So to get more reputation, so one thing you should get is get bounties from him. The daily give you 50 rep, and the repeatable give you 20 reps. It's always good to just stack up on that before you go do the terminal overload. Also put on the wombo detector on your ghosts, which will like make you show where the caches and the treasure are, the treasure chest, the resource, and then it will give you 20 rep for every one you collect. So that's very good. It's a quick way to farm for that. Also, when completing terminal overload, so make sure that you don't resurrect yourself. Just wait for someone to come and res you, because there's a triumph behind it. So if you gotta res so many people within terminal overload to get a triumph, so like make sure you keep yourself dead for a little bit, wait for someone to come, let them res you. You gotta work within the community to help each other, right? at the end of the activity when you get the 2 chests appearing. So you collect them, and after that you want to race out the area, the zone, take the fastest route like close by, and wait until the zone change. You'll see in the bottom left it's gonna spawn, say like the different area, and then like from there you go back to those chests. You can do that up to 2 times for a total of 300 point. 300 like point is very worth it. If you have weapons that you don't like to level up, it's time to put them on and do that, because as you open the chest you get XP for that too, so it's very good to do. And finally, look for those legendary patrol, the red icon. So like you have a chance when you complete them, you have a chance to get red borders. That's the other way. And other than that, the other way you can do is like just do the story on all your character. As you progress with Nimbus, you'll get red border from every weapon. So then it gives you an extra chance to get the red borders. It's going to be easier to get the one you need, basically. And that's everything for New Muna. So hopefully that helped. Look it up.
Help me.
Yeah.
Now I know some things to do.
Exactly. And then the other thing, if you're looking to farm to level up your weapon and you're looking for some decent armor, there's this, I don't know if it's a bug, it's like a cheese that me and Ridix were doing in what's the name of it? Duality.
Duality? They
Yeah,
fixed that. It's
they
gone.
did fix it. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. What, you cannot
Yeah.
use Strand anymore, or like
It was
it
so
doesn't
good,
count?
Mads. It would the amount of stuff we were getting was ridiculous.
Exactly. We were getting a lot of good armor with like the
And I
extra
found a
mod
brand
space.
new way to do it in the
Oh.
LFGs. So I would throw a stasis grenade at the edge, and I'd
Mhm.
go onto the edge, and then he would come. You would run straight on to the stasis. And
Oh,
right
to the
off to the
stasis
edge.
crystal or something?
Yeah, the
Oh.
stasis crystals. It was amazing. It worked 100% of the time.
Oh, okay. So the strand was fixed, but now they need to fix stasis.
No,
Is that
so
what
if
you?
you had one person stasis, one person strand, but everything is fixed. He doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't jump off the edge.
That sucks. Yeah. Well, it was like a way to farm for it and get good armor and get the
Ryan
your red
George.
border.
What's this? What? Somebody doesn't like
You
Canadians.
a Canadian?
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
I'm
That's a
sorry
beautiful
for
flag
the.
right there.
I'm sorry for any past Canadians who have done you wrong. We are two friendly Canadians.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Thanks for stopping by, and appreciate you doing so. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff for Cloud&Console. Let's get into it.
Yes, so that's it with Destiny news. So hopefully
So should
that
we
helped.
pop on over to the news desk then?
Yes, definitely. We should move over there.
All right. I think I'll go pop over there then.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. I need to use
That's some old school news right there.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
getting into some news, we actually have a special contribution to go on the GeForce Now section. So we've had some artificial intelligence do the programming for this just to experiment and make it fresh. So you're about to see something. Thank you N7 for helping and putting this together. This we are purely experimenting here, so let's see how it is with our segment here from our AI friend.
What's his name?
You gotta ask the hard questions, don't you? All right?
We need to give him a name.
We'll give him a name. We'll give him a name afterwards.
All right, sounds good. Let's see that.
I forget if he says his name in the footage here, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Cloud&Console news segment where we bring you the latest updates on games available on GeForce Now. In today's episode, we're excited to announce the arrival of 2 new games, Disney Dreamlight Valley and The Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure. Let's dive into the details. First up, we have Disney Dreamlight Valley, a charming adventure game set in a magical world filled with colorful creatures and stunning landscapes. In this game, you'll embark on a journey as a young dreamer who's been tasked with reviving the dream trees that provide the power to keep the land alive. With the help of your trusty companions, you'll explore different areas of the valley, solve puzzles, and battle enemies using your unique abilities. One of the most impressive aspects of Disney Dreamlight Valley is its art style, which is reminiscent of classic Disney films. The game's stunning visuals and enchanting soundtrack will leave players of all ages feeling nostalgic and fulfilled. Next, we have The Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure, an epic RPG set in the world of Zemuria. The game follows the story of Lloyd Bannings, a member of the Crossbell Police Department's Special Support Section, as he uncovers a conspiracy that threatens to shake the very foundations of the city. With a massive cast of characters and an intricate plot, Trails to Azure offers players an immersive gaming experience that's sure to keep them engaged for hours on end. The game features turn-based combat, where players must strategically choose their moves to overcome formidable opponents. Additionally, Trails to Azure has a deep customization system, allowing players to tailor their characters to their liking. With its engaging storyline and dynamic gameplay, The Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure is a must-play for fans of the RPG genre. That's all we have for today's Cloud and Console news segment. We hope you're as excited as we are about the arrival of Disney Dreamlight Valley and The Legend of Heroes, Trails to Azure on GeForce Now. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time with more exciting updates.
He didn't have a name to update that, but yes, we're experimenting it up. We're having some fun out there. Yes, since that's coming in the Zavala tributes here, what did I have? A graphic with a tweet from the family here.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lance was taken from us far too soon. Thank you for all your overwhelming love, support, and beautiful stories shared on these platforms over the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's hard to read. Oh man, I should have got a bigger message for this.
It's taking a
It's
full screen. What do you mean? And,
right.
uh,
Oh,
thank you.
there we go.
Uh,
I see your messages and I can't begin to express how grateful I am to have them and to the thousands of Destiny players who played in a special tribute to Lance. Thank you. Lance loved you all so much as he loved the game. Donations may be made to his momcares.org in Baltimore to his hometown. Stephanie, or I believe that's Stephanie Reddick.
yes, Stephanie Reddick. Yeah,
So, I mean, extremely shocking,
I
extremely
know.
sudden.
60 years old. He doesn't even look that old. I'm like, I didn't even know he
Yeah,
was 60, but like he's still quite young. So it's just crazy. And I have to this photo to show you. So if you haven't done, just go pay tribute to Commander Zavala. I know, like I've been seeing a lot of people doing the same thing. Go and see Commander Zavala because that's who Lance was doing the voice acting for. Pretty crazy news this week. It was yeah.
yeah, it's
Nah.
extremely shocking would
Hmm.
be to say. I mean, I'm having a tough time not getting shooken up on stream here because I feel like not only Destiny 2 but Horizon Zero Dawn,
Hmm.
he was integral into that universe. He played The Wire. He was in so many different things as
He
an
was
actor
in
and a
John Wick.
creator.
Yeah, John
John
Wick was
Wick
on
was
Resident
another one.
Evil, the most
Yeah.
recent Resident Evil. He just was in so many places. It's just crazy to think that that's it. Like,
He was iconic. And
definitely.
it'll be a massive gap, and it'll be interesting and awkward, I think, to see how they fill this hole that we have now.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll have to see what they're gonna do to make any voice for Commander Zavala, or if they're gonna just use AI. Who knows, right? So there's
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna find someone that has the same voice, or who knows? Maybe Zavala is gonna disappear. Like he's gonna be gone too. Something's gonna happen to him, right? I've seen that happening in multiple like movies or show where like they actually like if they lose someone, they make him uh like the person die in the show due to something. So like they just like the character disappear with the actor, right? So it's
Right.
sad to say, but like it could be a possibility, right? Terrible. Yeah, that sucks. That's for sure.
Yep. And so moving on, and like Nat said, you can go and pay your tribute and post the image up to Twitter and tag him, tag Destiny, and or at least tag him and to make sure that his family knows, you know, that everyone out there has had that feeling. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's available to do right now. Destiny 2 is free to play. It's a little tribute. Um, Resident Evil 4. This is moving on.
Yeah.
As we are talking about Resident Evil, the show. Remake comes out and performs well with reviews on Metacritic standing at a 93 score right now. So that is
Yeah.
the third highest rated game right now. So it's doing extremely well. Now, I was wanting to make a point that Resident Evil 4. Now, challenge me, anyone. This must be the most remade, remastered, different versions of this game of any
Uh,
other title I have ever lived through. Like, no other game has been released time and time again on every other console and then re-released, remastered. It's just it's insane to me.
Because the
Um,
original was on the GameCube, I think. And then they came out with a
wasn't it
version.
PlayStation?
No, it was a GameCube. It was a GameCube exclusive. And then later it was
Wow.
available on other platform. Then they made a version for the VR. And then in between all the other platform, they did some improvement to it. And now they like it's like I feel like it's too many times they reuse the same game and just revamped it. It's just crazy, right? If you think about it.
Yeah, so in 2005 it was made for GameCube. Wow.
2005.
Although it was first being developed for PlayStation 2 in 1999.
Oh, there you go.
I guess it must have
And then
changed its path, but wow,
yeah,
that
because GameCube
is
was the next platform after them when it came out. So yeah,
I
that
can't
is
I can't imagine another game that has been remade or remastered that many times. However, moving on, we have Far Cry 5 is being released in native 60 FPS, and with a free weekend coming up
oh, there we go.
March 23rd to the 27th on all consoles and PC. So this is something to keep your eyes out for if you wanted to get into the game, try out some 60 FPS. Yeah, free to play weekend. We used to have these on Stadia all the time. I thought, hey, let's shout it from the cloud tops.
Exactly.
Once I heard about another one, so check it out. Far Cry 5 is sort of open world first person shooter. Lots of objectives, missions. I know Lo-Fi went through Far Cry 6 in like 94 episodes of 2 hour streams. So they're very big and massive games.
Hmm. So it's
Um,
pretty cool that they come out with like a free to play weekend.
Yeah, and just to promote it, bring some more attention to it. Maybe they'll grab some sales. I'm surprised they added a 60 FPS mode to a game that is a little bit older, but they
Yeah,
wanted to draw some attention to it. So we'll
yeah, that's
see.
good.
We'll see if it works. I'm sure they know what they're doing out there in Ubisoft land.
Yep.
We have, however, people who are not sure what they're doing, unfortunately. Forspoken's budget was titled in or rumored to be over $100 million for the PS5 and PC exclusive game. However, it didn't actually end up performing that well and didn't sell that well. And the team who made the game, Luminous Productions, was actually reabsorbed back into Square Enix. So basically, this is a history of Square Enix flubbing games. We saw this with Marvel Avengers. They had a massive budget. They even had a massive IP. They flubbed it. I mean, the game did incredibly bad. And now Forspoken is receiving sort of the same sort of backlash here. Can we really, I mean, how do they keep making Final Fantasy? I don't know. They have
Just
one core
different.
team.
No, it's just different developer team in the studio, right? So Square Enix, like, it's weird because, like, since the Marvel Avengers, and don't get me wrong, maybe before, I feel like their game or making, like, they don't have a quality control anymore. They used to do that so much. Like, their game were like amazing when they're releasing it graphically and everything, and now I feel like they're releasing game that's not. What's wrong, right? So hello, hey Jeff, hey Callie, how's it going?
Thanks for coming on by.
Yeah.
Appreciate you stopping in.
But
We
yeah,
are
it's terrible with Square Enix because they're a very good company now. It's like doesn't look
was
as great.
Anthem also Square Enix?
Uh, Good question. I hope
Yeah.
not, because that would be a very bad
I
reputation.
never played Anthem. I feel like I
Me
wasn't
neither.
like
I didn't worry about it. I think the
it's
EA.
an EA game.
Yeah.
It's an
Okay,
EA
that
game. And
explains.
Jeff has already excluded all EA games. We know how he feels about that.
Yeah, Anthem was like terrible. A lot of issue with that game.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't invest any time into it. I would be disappointed. But like, I remember the E3 demo and everything looked so amazing. It was they were overselling it, and then it came out and yeah, it was bland. A lot of the feature they were saying they're gonna release didn't do it. So
Well, moving on, if we're getting to some okay, this is a little bit out there. This is a little bit out there, but there's a rumor right now that there is a exclusive PS5 Superman game. So
oh,
this appeared on a document 2.20 of Microsoft's response to provisional findings, citing that PS5 had exclusives like God of War or Superman.
mm.
And then later it was corrected, saying that they really meant Spider Man. However, the release of this has already sprung to serious doubts about whether or not, yeah, I think they meant Spider Man. They did mean Spider Man, but we can hope. We can hope for a Superman game. It's possible. It's worth
Who
noting
knows?
that the mistake was made. How could they mess that up? I don't know. It
Who
could be
knows,
out there.
right?
They would know who's working on what. So if a Superman game is in production, they would know.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, that's a big human error.
it is a bit of a human error. Typo from an admin person. It's a big typo. Unlike
Yeah.
from a law clerk to mess up Spider-Man and Superman. I mean, one can fly. The other is just kind of like a teenage boy from New York who got bit by a spider. And one's like an outer space alien who absorbs the sun and is indestructible.
That's funny. Oh man.
Anyways, I just like to play. You know, it was written in the news somewhere, as it could be out there. We have, however, I was talking about Forspoken until
Yeah,
March 30th, which is a couple more days. If you have access to it, you can pick it up for 33% off.
that's pretty
Hey, Cowboy King of Content.
good. How's
What's
it
going
going?
on? Thank you for stopping on by. We're talking everything under the cloud and the console. Yes, say you who is a gamer, but if you first year law clerk who studies more than the gaming, how do you know the difference? it could be, but like I said, I'm just having some fun with it. It was a fun rumor I saw in the news headlines, and I wanted to bring it here to everybody just to speculate and dream that a Spider-Man could be out there. Yeah, I want to pull that
Superman.
up. Spider-Man or see, I'm mixing them. See, this is how it happens. I just organically mix it up right there. I wanted to find a thing for that that you're looking up, but I am not able to right now. We have Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann, on some talks this week talking about what is rumored to be a new IP. Apparently, his team is rumored to not be working on The Last of Us Part 3 due to a passion related work strategy. So I do have to give kudos to telling his team that, listen, if you want to follow something that's passionate, that's where we should be doing. Don't follow what necessarily everyone else is pushing us to go towards. So I think that's going to get the best results out of that team, and I look forward to their new title that they're going to be dropping. And there's rumors circling that it could be a fantasy-esque game, and a couple sort of drops in even The Last of Us Part 1 where you look at the sideboard and there's some images which are sort of like a fantasy world. So that was sort of hinting towards some behavior, and also there was some posts by developers in Naughty Dog which sort of hinted towards a fantasy world. So we can see some sort of breadcrumbs leading towards Naughty Dog creating a new fantasy IP based on some, rumors that we could be seeing. Mr. Ricky, can you please explain the difference between EST and EDT? Mr. Ricky. Now, did I do this wrong again?
Now
I
we're
don't.
back to
I can't.
EST.
We're back to EST.
Yeah, because it's Eastern Standard Time, where EDT Eastern Daily Time, because it's a daily light saving.
Right.
But like we went back to normal because we're done with the daily light saving.
Okay.
But like,
Thank you.
did you put the EDT somewhere or EST somewhere?
I have no idea.
Maybe it's just bugging you.
I'm so scared to do it these days. I think I just divert to putting the ET. I'm pretty sure the Superman game will be coming at gaming at some point, especially since the fan-made demos surfaced. People showed so much more interested. So we could see something, maybe that'll push it in the way. So see, not everyone knows about everything. So easy for someone to mix up Spider-Man and Superman. Okay, yeah, exactly. I organically just mixed it up. It happens. Spider-Man and Superman. They're also, maybe it was spell check. Maybe they spelled it wrong and I corrected it for them.
Yeah, it just spell check Superman. Oh, sure. It's finished by man. It's fine. Yeah, that might be meant
It
that.
sprouted this rumor mill though.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a Superman game.
But I like the comment what Cowboy says, because like I feel like sometime it could be a sales tactic. They're like, oh, let's like make a mistake and see what people come out, what's the rumor gonna come out, see if that's giving interest to people. If there's enough interest, then we're gonna make the game, So who knows?
Right. Yeah, it's a good tactic. We have some other news coming out, some premium games. The lineup is looking pretty huge. We have Immortals Phoenix Rising coming to PS Plus Extra. So if you have the PS Plus there, we have also Uncharted, Ghostwire Tokyo, which was a pretty cool game from what I'm seeing. Rainbow Six Extraction coming to the cloud as well in PS Plus if you're interested in getting in that game. We have Legacy of Thieves, which is another Uncharted game. These are looking to be epic. I may be looking to actually get into one of those because I've never actually experienced the Uncharted series. We have Tachaya, which is actually day and date game. a day one release coming to PlayStation Cloud, which we've not really seen, but it looks more like a childlike adventure game, but actually very expansive and large, lifelike. But yeah, a lot of cool games and more, I believe, coming to PlayStation Plus
Mm-hmm.
Premium uh, this week right here today. So very cool. Be sure
Sweet.
to check it out if you're on the PlayStation Plus library there. Next, I want to say that we have some reasons why Sony is holding out a signature on Microsoft,
Yes.
and I believe it is having to do with Starfield exclusivity. We're seeing Microsoft is now holding out on giving Starfield to all of these other platforms. For instance, I don't believe we'll see Starfield come to GFN. After
Mm.
reading or hearing these contract dealings, we're starting to see a lot of these tactics come out to line. So
Hey.
Sony's withholding, and we're now seeing that the FTC is asking Microsoft to give a list of their
Mhm.
planned exclusive games. So that will be an insane list to see if they make that public. That'll ruin, I'm sure, so much of their planning. But we'll get to see why Sony is holding back from making this deal, because they're really, just stopping progress from
Mhm.
happening, some would say, in some camps.
And the other issue is that Bethesda, when they got bought by Microsoft, they mentioned we're gonna make sure we don't do exclusivity only for Xbox, like because they've been on every platform, like Elder Scrolls, all the Fallout, they've been on all the platform. So there's no reason now they now there's Microsoft is like, oh well, we own them, we can do whatever we want. But like Bethesda is gonna be pissed behind that because they like basically lie to our face, right? Because if
Yeah,
Starfield become an exclusivity to Xbox, then like you have their Elder Scrolls 6. Is that going to be another exclusivity to Xbox? Like no. If that
it
happens, it'd be
is.
terrible. Yeah,
It
that's
is.
a terrible thing, right?
This is the words coming out of Phil Spencer while he was
Yeah.
sitting in an interview saying that the future of Elder Scroll will be exclusivity.
And that's the thing. So Phil is saying that because he's the head of Xbox, but he didn't talk with like Bethesda because Bethesda already said like, no, they're gonna come to all platforms. So like they need to talk to each other. I know like someone Bethesda is not gonna be happy about that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, if they have an exclusivity, one thing I've saw before is that a year exclusivity, then it's being released on all the other platforms. Kind of sucks because for a year you have to wait to get on your platform. But yeah, the funny thing is that Bethesda has an application on the computer to download Bethesda game, so if they make it exclusive to Xbox, so what, that app is gonna be disappearing then, or it's gonna stay there, but it's like, oh, play on the Xbox app or something like that. I don't know. Quite interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. The future will be told. Hopefully, these exclusive lockdowns on Microsoft won't continue to be a thing, because that's obviously going to stop, Sony from signing this. So I think only
Definitely.
time will tell, and we get a lucky front seat, I guess, to all of these documents as they unfold.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
moving
that
down
sucks.
the list.
Yeah,
Are you
I just
cool to
wanted
move
to
down the list?
mention. Yeah, I just want to mention Tears of Kingdom is coming out May 12th again.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be the big game coming up. I'm probably gonna be playing that on the Switch. I dusted off my Switch the other day because I haven't like used it in so long. But yeah, I need to get it ready. I need to pre-order it and have it on. Oh, there you go. There's a Switch. It's like doesn't really want to capture it, but yeah, there you go. So just a matter of yeah, it's gonna come out soon. I'm probably gonna download the game so we have it. Hopefully, you don't need the Nintendo Online. That's for sure. Oh, there you go. You got your controller all decked out there. Is
I got
that
the
the
Pro
Pro?
controller.
Yeah, I have the
Pro.
same one too. I just need to
Yeah.
make sure it's plugged in. But yeah, definitely gonna be a game to play. I'll be around to play that. Yeah, so it should be
Yeah.
good.
No, it's gonna be a
Uh,
lot of fun.
yeah, exactly. The other thing I want to cover around the gaming world, remember Skyclamber was supposed to come out on Stadia. Now it's only announced on Steam. It's still in the early access. It's still developing it. It's still planned to be released in 2023, but we don't know when exactly. That's something to look out for. It's like almost in the genre of Zelda, the graphic style with a mix of Valheim and Minecraft, I will say. Like, you build your stuff, build your house and stuff like that. Oh no, it's like a mix with Pokemon too, because you can capture
Yeah. There was
monster.
a lot
So
going on there.
it's a lot going on. But if you go on their Steam page, you can see they do developers update every so often. And for those that pre-order the game like way before, you still have access to play it early access. So quite interesting to see. Next thing I want to mention is Diablo 4. If you pre-order it, you're able to play early access this weekend and today, I think. And then the next available one will be in yeah, it will be 24th to the 26th of March, and it's due to release on June 6th. So if you're a big fan of Diablo, there's some gameplay there. They kept the same style of what do you call it on the side, your health bar and mana bar. Uh, it's like it's an RPG like, but over the top. Pretty interesting. Um, Sadly, I'm not gonna be playing this game because it's like a lot of hour invested in it. But like, if for people interested, this is like gonna be a huge game too. Hopefully, it's gonna be way better than Diablo 3. I feel like Diablo 3, I kept repeating itself, and eventually I was like, okay, I have enough of it, type of thing. But the good thing is now available on multiple platforms, because I remember Diablo was mainly on PC, and eventually they came out with Diablo 3 on console. So now you can play on every platform, from my understanding. So which is
Yeah,
a good
and it's
thing.
cross-platform. You
Exactly.
can
So
play with your friends no matter what platform they're on, which is always good to
yeah.
have.
And it's Blizzard, and it's owned by Activision now, right?
Yeah.
Or is Blizzard own Activision or Activision own Blizzard? Vice versa, but like yeah, it's all like all under the same branch. So yeah, check it out if you're interested to play some Diablo. And that's pretty much all I have for news here.
That's what we saw in the news this week.
Yeah.
Now, as we like to end this show, let's jump into some fun game clips we have.
Yes. I'm gonna show the clip about the PvP.
Oh,
So
here we go.
basically,
So, Rudigs, PS Plus has 2 months back to back where they will have day to day titles this month to Chai, which was originally supposed to be on Stadia exclusive, and next month, Meet Your Maker. Oh, I get to meet Maker of Chaos?
oh,
No,
there you
no,
go.
no. Meet Your Maker must be another game. I did not hear of these. I'm saying there's definitely relationships there because I believe whoever it was Jack Buser believed to sit on the board of PlayStation, now working at the cloud streaming for Google, whatever they call
Mm,
themselves. So there's a lot of
Google Cloud.
interconnectivity there, and I believe their cloud stuff is always solid when I use it. So
Mm.
I'd be surprised if Stadia wasn't behind that.
Yeah, I can totally see that now because now they have the Google Cloud Game service, which is there to help like company and developer to have like a more fluent release on new games. So when they flood the server, Google Cloud is there to help the backlog or like the activity. So I think there's like a way for them to reuse the server. I don't know like how much they're gonna be involved, but I think they give it a shot and they were like, no, we'll be better just sitting in the back, not being involved too much in the game, but use the game industry into their advantages. So that's the sound of it. So interesting enough, they were supposed to get exclusivity. It's kind of sad to say, but like they were too late with those exclusivity. If they
Yeah.
came out the day one with those, I would have been perfect. So moving on to some Destiny 2 clip I have here. I'll show
Go for
you.
it.
I think this one is the one. So basically, mentioned earlier the reason why they move Iron Banner until next week. Well, this is why people were not showing up, and I played some PvP just to do the bounty, and that's how it looked like. So let's have a look.
Ray.
Wrong
Oh,
video.
that's me.
Did you? Okay, you move that one. There you go. So as you
Everything
can,
was invisible.
yeah, I don't know. Did you hear the sound at all of the game, or?
I did not, but it said my mic
Uh,
was muted. I don't know if that's a
okay,
pre-stream
I
thing.
didn't hear any sound, but that gave you an idea of what happened. So everything was like, everybody was invisible for me. My gun was invisible also, which was like crazy. It was a trusty, and the funny thing is that the sound sounded like
No
the
sound for
gun.
Cowboy
Yeah,
either.
the
Thanks,
sound of the
Cowboy.
gun was like weird. Like it was quite interesting. But yeah, it was
It
like
was all
a
buggy.
funny thing. Yeah,
So
and
Chai was taken from Stadia and announced to be moved to PlayStation game when Stadia was still around. Oh wow. Yeah, it looked very large and expansive. Almost very open world explore with a bow
mhm.
spirit sprite type of gameplay. Um Nothing about it looked that not intriguing other than it would be more of like a kids type game. But I'll look forward to playing it because I mean I'll be loading it up today on my PlayStation Plus. So
Nice. I don't know why I don't hear the sound
yeah,
is
we'll
terrible on
try
those.
mine. See if there's
Yeah,
sound. Maybe a
go
thing,
for
a
it.
setting we have going on here.
It's probably my recording.
Let's see it.
So
You
that
see
is
that, Maker? If you're still here, I clipped me killing you, and yeah, see? I think Maker just meant his maker there. That was a clip of me killing Maker of Chaos on CGTV's game night. Had a lot of fun on Saturday night. We were all gaming together. Aha, Maker of Chaos. I told you I'd clip it and play it.
that is funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Uh, well, that is good. If you want to show you a next video where I'm trying to see if I can fix my
All right.
issue.
We'll see this one.
It didn't want to
That,
die.
that was I actually hit him 3 times.
It's great.
Funny enough, I didn't record it far back enough.
Oh my god, that's funny. Jesus.
Yeah.
Didn't want to die. I
And
don't know.
then I'll check out the last little game clip I have from this week. This was a pretty epic moment for me coming back into Elden Ring after watching Maker, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna get the W here.
What happened? You just die like this?
Yeah, because, well, that was a huge battle. So, I mean, that battle took maybe about 5 minutes. However, I got him to attack some explosive poisonous orbs that were on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And he got poisoned, which was uber lucky for me. And it just kept going down his health. And I was like, yes! Oh. So that was really epic for me. Yeah, I got the win, and now I'm ready to move on to some of the. I think I'm at that first boss that kind of checks you.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Maybe Morgith. I can't remember. He's the one with the cane in the beginning, and then he comes out and he has like a whole dragon for an arm, and he blows fire.
I
So
really don't know.
that'll be my next boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, Ravencrow. I never played Elden Ring, but I do have Dark Souls 3. And Bliss right away is on this because Bliss has walked me through Sekiro and he walked me through Elden Ring. He is the guru in Souls games.
There we go.
You should definitely check him if you want to get through anything Souls like. Definitely get into Elden Ring. It's really awesome. And if you got PS5, hit me up because it's tough. You fought Margit, so I got to go to Margit then. That's Thanks Maker, so I got to get through to that. All right, do you want to run your last clip or?
No, I don't think it's not working. I don't think it recorded the sound again. I have to do some more testing. I don't know
No
why it's
worries.
not recording the sound, but and the other
No
tip I
worries.
had was just me and you farming, and at the moment, like we're farming, the boss just jumped beside me, and I was like, oh, okay, and he fell in the hole. I was like, oh, that was easy. He just like follow you, something like that. So I like some
Sweet.
pretty funny
Yeah.
tip there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's
All right,
awesome.
well, I'll end the poll here. I did put a poll into chat to gauge them. I said, what do you use more often to game? 69% said controller, wayo, and mouse and keyboard was 30%. So, yes, we have the dominant one, which is controller.
Well, you didn't tell me you put
Controller
that
for
to
the
vote.
win. Yeah.
I want to vote. There's 13 votes. I could have vote to raise that percentage.
I gotcha. Well, I'll put it up again, and we'll make sure to record because
Oh, good.
69 to we'll give you I don't know. It's
I
69 to 30.
I totally get that, because the only time you can play mouse and keyboard is really on the PC, right? Where like every console now, they have their own controller. So really you could say like, what kind of control do you like to use? Mouse and keyboard can be a type of controller. Then you have your PlayStation Pro controller, and then you got the Xbox Elite Plus and stuff like that, right? Because they're a different type of controller technically, right?
Yeah.
So they will fall in a different branch, but anyway, we go too complicated there.
For those interested in the game coming next week, thank you, Cowboy, for sending me this. Do we have? I thought I had it open here. Does it not want to? Okay, it's open there. Maybe because it's called Meet Your Maker. I'm like, what is it called? Yeah, here it is. Like, such a strange name for a game. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right, so this may look pretty cool to you. First of all, that looks cool to me. That samurai
Yeah,
with
it's
a
like
gun.
a space samurai.
Yeah, this game apparently was supposed to come to Stadia.
Damn.
Yeah. Which would have been, I would have been all over Space
Mhm.
Samurai. And then
Yeah.
see this,
Oh,
you
I guess
somehow
you
build,
still. Yeah.
and then look at this, your first person. Oh yeah, your first person shooting. So there's look how many different elements of this game there is.
Oh, do you make like a puzzle for people to try? It
It
looks
may
like this,
be,
right? It's like
you like the orcs game.
yes, yes, but like damn. I think I remember
Oh,
this.
look
It's
at the
like
grapple.
you make your dungeon and then like you put like trap around there and then like people can just try to do your dungeon and then like try to accomplish it. So see that you add the monster and stuff like that. So it must be that. You must be trying to complete it. That's pretty cool. You can be the builder or you can be the invader or something.
Yeah, and with PlayStation, you can actually have Stream Connect because it looks
Yeah.
like you can play co-op. Uh, so really, really cool concept. I think sort of breaking borders. Look at that.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That looks fun. Quite an interesting game, that's for sure.
yeah. Too bad it'll be locked to PlayStation universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'll definitely, if it comes out to the PlayStation, I'll try it out and let you all know how it goes. Thanks,
Yes.
Cowboy, for providing that clip to go through. Well, thank you for everyone for coming to
Mhm.
the end. As with that, we come to an end of another fantastic episode of Cloud and Console. We hope
Yes.
you enjoyed listening to our discussion of the most exciting games of our times, and you found it both informative and entertaining. Before we go, we'd like to remind you that our uh we are going to have to skip on that part today. I gotta edit this. Uh, and as always, we appreciate your support and we encourage you to like and subscribe to our podcast. Our goal was 200 and we reached that. However, I think we fell short about one when I logged in today. You know, YouTube.
Again?
So, yeah, getting over that 200 would be just awesome. You know, maybe like a 205 to give us a nice
Uh,
little breathing space there. That'd be excellent. So if you're new to the channel, uh, give us some love, hit that bell, catch us next week because we'll be here Sunday 10 p.m.
mhm.
Because your continued support means everything to us, and we can't wait to continue our passion of gaming for you with you.
Mhm.
So thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yes,
Uh,
awesome.
and I want to say a special thanks to Nads. I wrote it out of the script, but thank you for leveling up the podcast as always.
That's a pleasure. It's always a
Awesome.
pleasure.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week, but keep in mind during the week we have different activity. We have Destiny 2
Yes.
Community Night on
Plug that.
Tuesday.
Great.
And you have your Fortnite play on Wednesday or Thursday?
Yep. Wednesday night,
Wednesday.
Fortnite. The best place to get involved and be a part of our gaming. Join the Discord, the Cloud and Console. We'll be putting it up this Tuesday. We'll definitely be getting into perhaps another raid or even a dungeon, but most likely a raid because I
Iron
want to get
Banner.
through it.
We have
Iron
Iron
Banner.
Banner.
With you, I don't know. You're in those Steam lobbies.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We'll
Oh
see.
yeah,
We'll talk
we'll
about it.
see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, come hang out, come chill. We're all there. Thanks, thank
Mm.
you. Oh, Raven Crow, thanks. I can give you another sub. Really appreciate that. Iron Banana, yeah, Bliss. I know you'll be playing some Iron Banner this week as well. Switch over to your PlayStation account so we can play together. Anyways, take
Awesome.
care. We're
Yeah.
gonna get out of here and roll the credits.
Right.
Thank you everybody for coming on by. You know who you are. We've tried to mention you all throughout the show. Beyond awesome, the audience for coming out today, and all of those who stopped by and didn't mention anything in chat, we still appreciate your presence.
Yes.
And next time we'll get you to say something in the chat box. But till then, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. See you guys.
Grove. 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 Why try to believe in me? Why try do I even need to? I die with the season leaves. I glide with the season breeze. True, my mind so easily spooked. I ride just to be the me who finds hype super decently smooth. Nice type, but as sick as